All right. Welcome back to the channel. You know I don't like long introductions, so I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, just get started. All right. Somebody has a small love offer to give someone. It's not what the collective is hoping for, what they really want. It also might be apology, but it's moving in very, very slowly. At this time, this person feels very like left out in the cold, and y'all know how I feel about this energy. Sometimes you're left out in the cold because you don't do what? Exactly. You don't do crack. Okay, I'm just joking. Sometimes the people on the inside is doing weird stuff. Sometimes they're allowing abusers to live amongst them and be okay with the people abusing. And sometimes you have to leave the shelter of something. You have to leave the shelter and be out in the cold because the institution is no longer safe for you. And that is okay. That is okay. This is going to help you move into a more logical, strategic phase in your life, where you're going to be thinking strategically about the type of people that you want in your circle, how you want to move in this world. And I think it's very good energy. You might be rethinking this person who is the Page of Cups, who's giving you this offer. You might be rethinking it. Yeah. Somebody is in a very toxic energy. The devil to me is a toxic card in general. This person might be telling you that they've changed. They might be telling you that they think better, they're doing better, they're being better, but there's still no emotional stability, and there's going to be a lot of fighting. You might try to join it. Like it's lots of fighting, bro. There's a lot of fighting, and you're gonna have to stand your ground. You're gonna have to stand your ground in this one, babes. So this also might be an institution. Like you might be a part of an institution. You might have had to leave this institution. This institution might call you up. This might be a job that somebody left, and they might call you up and say, you know, it was our bad, it's our mistake. You know what happened to the government earlier? They was firing them people, and then they had to call them back to rehire them. This might actually happen to somebody that's watching it. And you might get another offer from this job trying to apologize, but there's no real emotional fulfillment in it. All you're going to be doing is fighting like you've been doing. And you're going to have to stand your ground in this one, babes. You're going to have to let this one go. This one is not for you. I don't know if it's a person, I don't know if it's a group, and I don't know if it's a job, but it's not for you. You're going to be fighting the whole way through. The whole way through. And it's going to be nothing but backstabbing. Nothing but backstabbing. A lot of people think that they can change something or someone. Like, a lot of people think that they can get inside of a system and change it. And when I think about all the people who say, oh, I want to join XYZ so I can, you know, be a better influence and change it from the inside. And I'm still looking at them systems right now that got worse. What happened to you changing it? Could it be that it's not possible? Could it be that the system will change you before you change it? So it's time for a new system, right? So there's nothing but backstabbing and heartache when it comes to this person, this entity, this institution, this job, this company. It's nothing but heartbreak. You're not going to get anything. You're going to be waiting for your ships to come, and it's never going to come. This is going to make someone feel like they're trapped, like they can't do anything, but you can, because you're going to get some passion. You're going to get a good idea. Something's going to come to you, and the universe is going to hand it to you. You got to be a little patient, though, babes. You gotta be patient. Yeah. Some of you are gonna be better off creating your own business, better off doing something like freelance work. This may help you out a lot more so that you don't keep experiencing this heartbreak and this backstabbing type of energy, betrayal. Some of you are gonna have to just be on your own, as in not being in a romantic relationship, or decide to leave this group, this institution, this collective. Some of you might be a part of a church. You might be a part of some type of group setting that you have to leave and be on your own because they don't want what's best for you. And unfortunately, you're going to be waiting. Somebody's lying to you. There's a lot of lies in this idea that is if you wait, you know what, I'm gonna tell you what I just got. If you wait, you'll get what you, they'll give you something if you wait. Don't wait. You may have to be patient with yourself, but don't be patient with this person or group or whoever this is. Don't be patient with them. I just got if somebody's trying to convince you, because this is what I heard earlier too. If somebody's trying to convince you that if you wait long enough, you'll receive your gifts when you die, then it's a scam. You'll be able to gain something when you die. It's a scam. And I know it sounds crazy. It really does. But people are living this life where they think that if they do this and do that, then they just have to wait until they die and they'll receive all the great things. Baby, no. Baby, no. You'll receive your justice, in the afterlife. The God will take care of it. Baby, look. In this world, you got to take care of it here. You got to take care of the justice here. So many people are leaving things up to the universe. They're leaving things up to God. And the truth is, you do need to put in action. You do need to put in work. You do need to find a collective that's going to help you bring the justice that you need. Sorry to say it. I hope that's saying. I gotta find that saying again because I'm pretty sure I said it wrong. But if they're trying to convince you of that you'll receive your reward in the afterlife, as long as you just wait, keep paying them and wait, you'll get it in the afterlife. That's a scam, baby. That's a scam. Don't let people scam you. Somebody might be dealing with an Aquarius and a Capricorn. Aquarius or a Capricorn. That's the signs I have on the table right now. But somebody is in their head. This is destined for you. This being in your head about something is destined for you. And you're going to get a spark of something. There's going to be some type of joy. There's going to be some type of like idea that you're going to get. But it's advising you not to accept something from someone. The universe is going to give you what you want. The universe is going to help you. Universe, entity, God, whoever you want to call it, whatever. You're going to be able to get what you want, but you are going to have to reject something as well. You have to reject it because you have to protect your passion. There's something that's going to try to come in and they're going to try to come in and throw you off your path. Obviously, they don't know what your path is, so it's not on purpose. It's just that if you keep engaging with something, you're going to go off your path. So you're going to have to engage in a different way. Wait, hold on. Universe, which way should this be? Okay. So yeah, this person, they aren't really moving in your direction. Whoever this person is, or this group or whatever, they're going to give you a lot of false promises. They're going to promise you the world. You just got to wait 3 years of working for $7.25 and you'll be able to move up to the manager. Not a baby. They're going to fire you before then. You're going to be fighting very hard for this money if you try to accept something that you shouldn't be accepting. And there's no emotional fulfillment within that. And it's going to put somebody in a big depression, a Great Depression. Wow. Speaking of a Great Depression. Wow. Yeah. It's going to put somebody in a Great Depression. That's where we're headed towards. We're already in a Great Depression, for real. Where people are going to have to fight. But again, this is for, there's a group out there that's dealing with an individual, and there's a group out there dealing with things that are bigger, career. Okay, I'll leave that there. Obviously, you landed right up there. Dang it. Oh, Lord, I'm going to move this one since it was in the middle. So we have somebody who's going to be really impulsive and reactionary. Somebody's going to be really impulsive with how they're moving. They're not going to be thinking clearly. Someone needs to slow down their thinking. Like somebody's thinking too fast. They're thinking too much. Like you're going to have to take a little bit of time and meditate. You're really going to have to take time to meditate. Take some time away and think about this because you need to be clear-headed moving forward. You're going to have a moment where you're going to be able to put something down, walk away from something. Whether it's a person or a company or a place, you're going to have to walk away from it because it's not going to give you anything anymore. You're going to spend most of your time fighting and having to stand your ground and defend yourself on stuff that you shouldn't have to defend yourself on. Like this place is not for you, or these people, this person is not for you. Maybe this church or a temple or whatever, it's not for you. But don't be foolish on this new journey that you're going in. You're going to have to learn how to pick your battles. Yeah, it's advising you don't be foolish, because there are some battles that you're just not going to win. It's best for you to move forward on your own and find a community. I think you're going to be better off. I say this in a lot of my videos when it comes to community, but you got to find people who are going to connect with you and who want the best for you, and not just you, but for other people as well. A collectiveness. Because this individualism that we've been living in, where we only care about ourselves, our children, our husband, our wife, our partner, this is going to have to die. It's going to have to die. We're going to have to move forward. You're going to have to move forward in it. But yeah, we got somebody who's waiting around for something that somebody is lying about. Somebody is really being an asshole. Like, somebody is really being an asshole. I don't know who this person is that got you waiting around, but their intentions are not good. They intend to backstab you pretty hard. Like, there's a lot of, like, I'm surprised that the Seven of Swords didn't come out yet. But somebody's planning on really fucking you over, but also trying to keep you on a leash. Damn. There's no forward movement with the situation. You might be dealing with somebody who has heavy earth placements. But this person or this entity is, or this, when I say entity, I mean like maybe a company or something like this, or a church or something like this, or a temple or whatever. There's a group or a person that this is not destined for you. Like, be very, 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 very careful with this, because they want you to accept something that you shouldn't be accepting, and something that you may feel like you need to accept out of obligation, but don't. It's like you feel like you need to give and accept out of obligation. Don't do that. Your best bet is striking out on your own, finding a way to make money on your own. Yeah. It's almost like somebody doesn't want something to end. They want it to end on their terms. So if you have already ended something or walked away from something, and somebody's like trying to reel you back in, they want to end things on their terms. That's the problem. They want to end things on their terms. They don't want it to end. They want you to come back so that they can dog you for real, and end it on their terms. But it seems like somebody has already made the decision to cut it out and walk away. Don't go back. That's the biggest answer about this, is don't go back. Whoever this person is, whatever this entity or group is, they're trying to set you up. Don't go back. There's somebody who's, you're gonna get your pentacles. The universe, whoever you want to call it, whatever, you're gonna get it. It's coming towards you. You're gonna get it. But you gotta embody the Queen of Swords energy. You gotta move correctly. I feel like a majority of y'all are going to make a sound judgment when it comes to this. You're gonna read between the lines, and you're gonna get that feeling. You're gonna get that really uneasy feeling, and I advise you to listen to that. That uneasy feeling about the situation. Listen to your gut. Listen to your intuition, please. Please, because it's something about this person. They're an emperor in reverse. There's someone who's like, they're so hung up on power. Like, they have this really big craving for power. And they want to exert their power over you, over your situation. They feel like you didn't get enough. You didn't get enough backlash. You didn't get... Yeah, this person is a fucking trip. This person is a fucking trip. They're very unhappy. This person is unhappy, and they want to make you unhappy. Somebody feels like you embarrassed them. Somebody feels like you embarrassed them. Like, you said too much or you did too much, and you would kind of expose them a little bit, and it makes them very unhappy, and they want to end you. They want to end you. This might be somebody who's coming out of a marriage or a partnership. So you might have ended like a friendship. You might have ended a partnership, a romantic relationship. Whatever the case is, this person is unhappy. They are not happy with how things ended, and they want to come back, and they want, I don't even know if it's revenge, but they definitely want to hurt you. Somebody who's emotionally intense. They're an emotionally intense person, and they want their revenge. They're very upset. They're very emotionally upset, but they're also very strategic. Like, they're a very strategic person at the same time. It's like they can't wait to get back in your good graces. Like, they can't wait for you to accept this. They're just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Ooh, this person is a fucking trip. They have some type of authority. This might be like a boss or something. Or this might be a person that you were in a romantic relationship with, or somebody who liked you and they were a boss. Whatever the case is, this person is plotting and scheming. Baby, they're plotting and scheming. Don't get caught up in looking at all the things that went wrong. Like, you can grieve. Grieving is okay. But you have to remember there are still things worth fighting for in this world. There are still things. You still have cups. And I wouldn't say, be appreciative, because losing something is very hard. But don't forget that you still have 2 cups. Don't forget that you still have things to live for. Don't forget you still have a cat. You still have a dog. You still have your mom. You still have a cousin. You still have somebody or something. There's still emotional fulfillment. It may not be in these cups. And remember, in these cups, it might have even been poison. It might have even been poison. So I understand the grieving, because it is very, very sad. But you still have cups. Grieve when you can, but don't let yourself get sucked up into this. Don't stay in this energy. Don't stay there. You got to remember that you're still alive. You're still here. There's still more to do. You still have a mission on this planet. You still have it, babes. You still have it. I promise you. You're going to get it. Yeah. You're going to have happiness. Somebody might have been dealing with depression, but they're out of it. You're going to get some passion. You're going to get some excitement. There's a lot of things you're still going to have joy from. You may not be a part of this group anymore. Whether this is a friend group, whether this is a church, whether this is a temple, whether this is a company, whether this is a romantic partnership. It had to end, and it's because you deserve an equal give and take. You deserve something better. It's coming for you. You're not going to always be on the giving side, but you're not always going to be on the side that's receiving either. It's going to be a harmonious relationship, a harmonious partnership with someone. And that is what you're looking for. You shouldn't be always giving to somebody. And vice versa. You shouldn't be always taking. But I don't think y'all the ones doing the taking. This might include a Taurus or a Sagittarius. We already talked about Capricorn. This might include an Aries as well. Who else am I? Did I say Aquarius and Cancer already? But yeah, this might have to deal with a marriage, because the Hierophant to me is the marriage card, or somebody maybe a fiance. And again, this might even be the church. You might be a part of a church that's very toxic. But it's time for you to up and leave. It's time for you to move to higher ground. You're going to be in a position where you're not going to have to do much of anything. Like the Empress is this very abundant energy. Things come to them. And not only that, they are very grateful for the things that come to them as well. They know they also deserve it, because they're a human being. They're here. They deserve it. We all deserve it. That is your right as a person. So you're going to get in this energy where you're going to understand your worth. And it's not based off of the things that you do. It's based on the fact that you're a person, that you're here. It is inherent. It is inherent. There are a lot of secrets that are going to come out too. You might actually be spilling the secrets of what you've seen to someone, or somebody might be telling you some secrets that's going to change things for you. It's gonna help move you to the sun. It's gonna help move you in a better direction, in a direction that's going to bring you a lot of abundance and a lot of happiness. And you're gonna have a lot of courage. We got 2 Leo cards out here, so you might be dealing with a Leo as well. But I usually do most of the deck anyways. But you're gonna have a lot of courage. Somebody's gonna be courageous enough to do what's necessary for them and their community. Like somebody's really gonna like change their life. And I fucks with that. Like I'm really surprised, but I'm also very proud. I'm very proud of this energy. Because most of the time I have to keep saying, hey, don't go back, don't go back, don't go back. But somebody's gonna realize that there's no emotional fulfillment within someone who's like very immature. Somebody might be dealing with like an air sign. They're gonna realize that there's no emotional fulfillment with this person. Or this group. I've just got like a startup tech job. Like someone's in a startup tech job. You're gonna realize that this particular thing just wasn't meant for you. Not to say that, you know, tech jobs in general aren't for you, just this particular one. You don't have the same morals. You don't have the same you don't have the same goals. Like you don't agree with some of the things that they're doing. But you're gonna get you got a lot of coins up here too. Like you're gonna get your coins. You're gonna get your coins. The universe is gonna give it to you, and you're gonna get a message of an opportunity to do something different that's going to help you grow your coins. It might not be a lot as much as you thought it was, but it is going to be something. This might be a place where you don't even have to work as hard as you were before. You might be getting paid, you know, a decent amount of money, and you don't even have to work as hard as you were working before. You're still working, but you may not even have to work as hard. So if you see a job that, you know, pays a little bit less than this other job, even though like you may not have to work as hard, you still might be able to get your coin, but you may not have to work as hard, and that might be a better work-life balance for you instead of trying to go for this job that's like pays a lot of money where it eats up all your time, you have no energy. This job, it may not be a lot of money, but you don't have to work as hard. You can just chill on that bitch. And as far as dealing with a person, you know, you might be partnered with a friend or somebody who's close to you, and you might not have to do as much as you were doing when you were with this romantic partner. You might have a lot more freedom. You might have to invest in the same ways and have all your attention, all your time, all your work. Can't even focus on your work because you're too busy focusing on this person. You might be able to do that with this other person and working together with them. And it might be a fun thing for you, because some people get so wrapped up in romantic love they don't see that there's other things around them. Y'all know y'all don't have to like marry somebody for romance, right? Y'all know marriage wasn't really about romance at first, right? You don't have to do that. You can marry somebody that's just a friend, where you don't have to do all this extra stuff and potentially lose your stability, because this person will be your friend. Like if you have a very trusted friend, invest in that. It may not be exactly what you want, but it's something. It's stability. It's coming in for you, and you won't have to work as hard as you was working in that other thing. You ain't gotta work that hard. Like some of y'all need to realize that your happiness is in community, where you're all being taken care of, where you're all working together, where it is a equal give and take for everybody, not just one person. Is there anything else you want to say to the collective? Yeah, this will bring you some emotional stability. You will get the emotional stability that you want. I think what's going to happen is you're going to realize that the value system that you were brought up in is not the value system that you're going to value. Like, it's something that, I hate to say it, but it's like chasing a dream that's not real. What they taught us about love and romance, it's not real. It is a fantasy. It's a fairy tale. But understanding this, you might be in pain. You might, might grieve for a little bit, but it's going to make you emotionally stable, so that when you run into somebody else who tries to steal your stability, you won't let them. You'll be grounded enough, emotionally grounded enough, where you don't have to worry about it. You can see people's actions and you won't react in a way. Like, for instance, I was on a journey to deconstruct romance. Fortunately for me, it wasn't very hard for me. And I remember running into somebody who was trying to love bomb me. They were like doing all this stuff, and like when someone tells you if it's too good to be true, if you think it's too good to be true, it's most likely too good to be true. And I had to sit back and realize that this person was love bombing me, and like I had to let it go. I had to let it go. But the thing about it is that I didn't get so close that my whole world was destroyed when it was gone. I was just able to just let it go and move about my life, move about my day, because I value other things. That is not the only thing that I value in this world. And when I tell you that I felt emotionally stable, like I really did. I didn't feel like my whole world was going to be upside down and nobody wanted me and blah, blah, blah. I didn't feel none of that. I was just like, I peep what you're doing. I peep what you're doing. And I was like, if I'm wrong, then okay. But I sat around and I watched long enough. And this is the thing about waiting. Some of y'all need to wait when it comes to people. Wait for people to show you who they are. Wait for a minute. And you'll see people for who they are. And like, it gets easier and easier the more that you practice it. And you'll be more and more emotionally stable from it. And when I tell you this person was throwing out all the tricks, they was throwing out all the tricks, baby. But it is time for y'all to like out. This is about giving. Giving to who though? Did you give me? Yeah, I'm about to ask too. 4 of Pentacles in reverse, and everything is fine. Reverse. Give me one more clarifying card for this. Give me one more clarifying card. But something is not a victory. So somebody's realizing that the values that they have, them holding on to things, has a lot to do with their childhood and their upbringing. This has a lot to do with the past. And like, it's a, like, the 4 of Pentacles upright is like this hoarding mentality. It's like you want, this is what I want, I can't let it go. And somebody's going to be able to let go because they're going to connect the dots. And they're going to stop pretending like everything is fine, because it's not. Everything is not fine. Because there's no victory in that. There's no victory in pretending like everything is fine. I don't know who needs to hear that one. But there's no victory in pretending like everything is fine. It has a lot to do with someone's past, though. But someone's going to be letting go of... letting go of this kind of like only holding on to one thing as being valuable. Because it's like this person is holding on because they feel like they have no choice. Like, this is valuable, but somebody's going to be letting it go. And I hope, because some people are so invested in romance, they think that's the only valuable thing out there. But it's not okay. It's not okay. People are very lonely in the relationships because they're not in community like they're supposed to be. You're supposed to be in community with others. Somebody has a gift when it comes to children. Like, somebody in their past, they wanted to be a teacher. They wanted to give the children. They wanted to help children, but they got so consumed with somebody else, they lost their way. And there's no victory in it. There's no victory in that lifestyle. All right, I'm about to close this up. Anything else? Yeah, somebody's gonna have to take some time. Somebody either has or are going to take some time to rethink this, to rethink the type of life that we've been told to want. Because sometimes we've been told that success looks like XYZ, and that is not the case. It's not the case. Success is very individual. And you're going to have to start redefining what you think success is. And that is going to be it. And I hope you all have a good day. I hope you have a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good night. I'll see you in the next one.